Hi everyone, I am in a better mood and I think accepting of doing these videos tonight. So, hello, I didn't say last night that this is Persephone, aka Heather, which I did say for the first time I think last night. And I just wanted to welcome everyone back to my channel. Someone in the comments yesterday, goes by Velok, who was part of the original video making crew I was in the loop with 7 years ago, said welcome back. So saying welcome back to everyone because apparently I'm back. So I'm going to try and keep this one shorter tonight. I think it's already probably 8 o'clock, and one of my new favorite astrologers is, he goes by Gemini Brett on Facebook, and I'll put that in the links down below. But he's, to me, like, he's like the new fun, crazy out there Einstein of astrology. And when I first started listening to him, and if he ever sees this, he'll probably laugh his butt off, I was like, who's this hippie guy who is just talking nonsense? And then I heard what he had to say, and I was like, oh my god, he's genius. And he has rearranged the synapses in my brain with having to do with astrology. So you might want to check him out. He is on, if you guys haven't heard of this, the Cosmic Intelligence Agency is a compiling of all of these amazing astrologers that have come together and have brought all of their knowledge, years and years of experience together. And they're on Facebook. They have their own website. Check them out. And I get, reports daily from whoever posts there. And then tonight, Brett he posted on his own Facebook page that he is doing a talk for the CIA. So I'm going to hop on that really quick soon. But just wanted you all to be aware of that. If you also don't know about, I'm sure I talked about it years ago, but Susan Miller is an amazing astrologer. She has her own website, Facebook page, all of that. Look her up if you are into astrology. She gives extremely detailed reports every month for free, and then of course you can get a reading with her as well, or an astrology report specifically for you from her. And what else? I have a list of things here tonight. I'm so proud of myself. Used to do this before. Kaypacha, who I talked about in my video last night, he's an incredible astrologer. A friend recommended to me he goes by Kaypacha, but his name is Tom Lescher, Lescher, I believe, and he is on, he's in the CIA, Cosmic Intelligence Agency as well, has his own YouTube channel, so look him up, and I'll put all of this in the comments or description for my video as well. I think that was, and also I've been listening to, she's younger, and I don't know her background yet. I guess I should check that out for you guys, but Mimi Clark, and she goes by Gaia Blooming on YouTube, and she puts out a report every day, and she has her own unique twist and take, and she does pull cards every day, and gets her intuitive guidance for the day for what's going on with astrology. And she's been an inspiration to me to see how she works, so check that out as well. And what else? I'm trying to do this fast today. She was talking about, I know there's like 4 planets in retrograde right now, and the major ones that I'm focusing on today are, of course, Mercury in retrograde and Pluto in retrograde. And I mentioned, I think yesterday, about that's just like going really deep inside and clearing out all this old crap. And something that Mimi mentioned today was that we're coming up on the dark of the moon in Aries. And I found out, it's probably why years ago they gave me, my guides gave me the name Persephone for this channel, because I found out in the last few years that I work under the dark of the moon energy. And Persephone is goddess of the underworld, and something I've really come to know, and my soul sisters know about me, and you can probably see everything, most of what I do is in the dark. It's when my energy really pops and comes out, and my thoughts come a lot easier at night. So probably most of my videos will still be at night, which someone kind of made fun of me before. He was in my group video, one of my last videos that I made. And he's like, you always were in the dark, except for like a couple of videos, and I would always get home from work and get ready for the video, and then it would be night. So here we go again, but it's fitting because Persephone, goddess of the underworld, and knowing what I do now, it is ferrying souls to the underworld. And I'm a Pisces, and Kaypacha, our astrologer friend, recently said Pisces is not a water sign, which we're emotion, but we're ether, is what he said. And I was told also that Pisces are not on this planet, we're in the other world. First someone said, oh, you got 1 foot in, 1 foot out, and then another person's like, no, that's Aquarius, you guys are just out, you're not even here. And we're the bridge to the afterlife, the other side, the underworld, all of it. And so I know, after having worked in the healthcare field and being drawn to work in a chemotherapy suite where I work with patients who are either going to get better, which hopefully, obviously they do, but unfortunately a lot of people have come to terms with their own mortality, and they know they're probably going to pass. And I would get to know these people, and my feeling, getting kind of goosebumps everywhere, even though it's 100 degrees outside. We're not using air conditioning here in the desert right now, which is fun. I believe in my heart and soul that I was there to help them with their crossing, and I believe firmly that that is my soul work. When I go to sleep at night, when my soul is even out doing its thing, because we're multi-dimensional, we're in so many places at once, that is my job. And even amongst my group of soul sisters that know each other from another universe, and definitely another planet, and we're traveling in this life on the planet together, but we're not in the same location. It's just too intense to be around each other all the time. You'll find that maybe with your own soul group. But Emmy, one of my soul sisters, said to me, you know, that's why sometimes it's hard for even us as your soul sisters to relate to you, because you deal in the dark realms, like you're so comfortable there and that's your job, but it's harder for the living world and the people that don't work in that realm to relate to that. So that is what I do, and that is part of my job, along with now doing this again. And I believe I'm going to be putting together some classes for Lightworkers. The universe will guide me in this. I don't know how it's going to come about, but when I was at work at the healing center the other day, and I had Lightworkers coming to me that had no idea. I mean, they're just getting started with like pendulums and having questions about that, and I'm like, oh, I can jump in and help with that. And the owners are like, go for it. and they're just figuring out like oracle cards. I was sitting down playing with the deck, and they're like, oh, how do you do this? And I mean, didn't even know what Reiki was, which is fine. I mean, some of you may not know, but I'm a Reiki practitioner myself, and I've known about that for years. And then there's, I mean, not saying there's anything wrong with that at all. I know that people are constantly bringing me new terms that they've known about for 20, 30, 50 years, so we're all learning new things. But there are people that are just stumbling onto this path every day, and I forget that because I've been doing this for so long now, and the universe is like, this is why you need to be doing this, because there are people just stumbling onto their paths, and there's children coming in, and they have this list. Cutest little kid came into the store when I'm sitting there playing with the cards that day, and up front in the store, and he's got a list of crystals that he wants to buy, and I'm like, he's gonna make a grid, and he's got questions about what I'm doing at the table, and he's like, oh, and he's looking at cards and stuff. I'm like, don't play with that. I'm like, it's totally fine, he's allowed to do that here. And and just like, you could see his eye, I mean, such a starseed child. He must have been 7 maybe, and I mean, sharp as an attack, and just so curious. And so and these other people that came to me for a reading, and the ones that didn't even know what Reiki was, they have kids, and they're going to bring them in. And I'm like, oh, okay, that is why I need to be doing this, because they're, you know, open your eyes, Heather. You're not the only one on the planet. No one is at the same level of understanding, and everyone has their own gifts. Yada, yada, yada. How many times are we going to hear that? But it's so true. And when I see other people on their path and doing what they're supposed to do, it's like, yes, that's exactly what you're supposed to be doing. And then, as we all say, it's hard to see it in ourselves, and hard to see what we're supposed to be doing, and that it actually makes sense. But that's what we're all supposed to be doing as light workers. So anyway, I'm gonna try to start letting that just come in. There is no try, just do. I'm gonna let that start coming in and see what happens, how my classes unfold, and what people need and what they want to hear. Also been reminded recently that I have a very strong connection to spirit and people that have crossed over as far as channeling. Someone that read me at the store the other day was like, you're aware of your connection to spirit. I'm like, yeah, I haven't done it in a really long time, and I was trained to do that 20 years ago almost, and maybe it's time to start looking into that again. I've been told I'm a channel. I've been told I'll be able to do that for people on a larger scale, so we'll see what happens with that. I think what I started to mention before was about the tangent queen, was about the dark of the moon coming up in Aries, and I think we're in Pisces for the moon right now, so that's coming up in the next day or so. And the sun just came out of Aries. So what Mimi Clark, our other astrology friend, was saying was that that means really going inside. She says, like, clearing out your closet instead of clearing out old skeletons, clearing out old clothes. She likes that one better. I think it's kind of funny. Getting rid of stuff you would never wear again, and stuff that's just not you anymore. And so I'm going to be doing some soul searching and maybe some ritual with that, and like journeying inside with that, and really using that, because my moon is in Aries in my natal chart, so I completely connect with that. And I was born, this is really fun I love learning new stuff about astrology. I was born under a waxing crescent moon, and you can look that up online to see exactly which moon you were born under, and it's just one other little piece of your personality in this life, of your lessons in this life, and I just found it fascinating. So every time there's a waxing crescent moon, I go out, I mean, I was taking walks under every phase of the moon in the last month, but that one just feels really powerful now, so really connecting to that phase, and and using that energy to connect to my lessons for this life and who I am and what I brought into this lifetime. So I think I got to everything on my list here. My buddy's crawling all over because there's no screens on our windows. I'm just, yeah, I'm grateful. Staying grateful through this journey. Yeah. Focusing on the positive. So one of the things actually along those lines, oh, that gives me a good reflection. I'll leave it up here. I don't want to be totally in the dark talking to you all. Oh yeah, supposed to tell you the cliche Happy Earth Day. And something that was near and dear to my mermaid Pisces heart is I was just watching a video about the coral reefs are dying even more. So whatever rings true for you for Earth Day and every day, I'm going to be reminding myself to send Reiki healing to the coral reefs and to the ocean, because that's my realm, and of course to the forests and all of that, because those are my Virgo rising earthy roots. So that's just something I'm doing. I'm not here to preach to anyone. I hate cliches and the whole idea of celebrating one Earth Day, because that's every day for me. But since it is and it's on everyone's mind, I thought I would mention that. I think what I'm going to be doing soon, and I have to add this to my little Facebook Starseed tarot reading and energy healing page. That's me on Facebook. If you want healing work, guidance, or reading, just let me know. I'm going to be, I got the idea to do a doggy Reiki video. We'll see if the kitty in this house lets me do it, but there are 3 dogs in this house, and one of them he lays on the bed with me, and he'll just eat up my Reiki energy work, and he goes wussed out. It's really cute. So I think I might be doing a Reiki, animal Reiki demo video, and maybe a people Reiki video too, just so people can see what that looks like if you've never had it done. So feels incredible. It's a gentle Japanese energy balancing healing treatment for the body and all levels of the body's energy body, etheric body, astral body, emotional body, all of that. So I personally get into all of that when I do healings. And then what I wanted to leave you with, what I started to say before about being grateful for our journey and all of its little quirks, because there are many. I was really looking for this quote to end the video with today, and it really hit me hard because it's the truth. I've gone through, I should do another video on Dark Night of the Soul. I've gone through several recently, and apparently that was kind of universal with the energies that came through in the last month. I mean, soul death after soul death after soul death, and it's like you come up for air and then back into it again, and I was just like, I'm exhausted and I feel like I'm losing my mind. Like, I thought this was it and that I was gonna go crazy, and I was done. Like, okay, another starseed popped and left the planet. Okay. But I'm here, so yay. And this quote really hit home for me, because people think that this new agey thing is spirituality, and it's the new fad for them, and love and light, and I'm gonna not eat anything and see if I can ascend. And no, that is not your soul work. Your soul work is getting deep down into your, excuse my language, actually there may be kids watching, because I was told that there were kids watching before, so I won't swear. Getting down into your stuff that is, especially with us starseeds, indigos, the warrior souls, we're here to buzz stuff up, not just for us, but whatever we do radiates out to the planet, to everyone. Like for me as a woman breaking through old painful stuff that women, and as a healer and as a wise woman, aka a witch or whatever you want to call it, I don't like labels, but as a shaman type person, healer person, all of the women that were persecuted, and men, but women that were persecuted, burned at the stake, tortured, whatever, I'm here to help release all of that, and I know many of you probably are too. So soul work is really getting in there and feeling this stuff. It's not about floating out in the ethers. You've got to ground it here. It's not about just using your upper chakras, which is what I was a fan of for many years, but connecting them all and rooting down into the earth and grounding it here and healing all of this stuff. Not just for you, because that's what we're here to do too, but for the planet, for everyone that you relate to, that relates to you. It radiates out to them. So the quote I'm going to end with today on this not so short video, apparently, because they always have more to say through me than I realize. Soul work is not a high road. It's a deep fall into an unforgiving darkness that won't let go until you find the song that sings you home. And I found that on Facebook through Wild Woman Sisterhood. It was also under McCallErickson.com. I don't know who wrote it. I don't take credit for it. But wow, that was just, it rang so true for me. And yeah, I'll say that one again. Soul work is not a high road. It's a deep fall into an unforgiving darkness that won't let go until you find the song that sings you home. So, blessings. Here is to finding your song that sings you home. We are all in this together. And, yeah, I'm sending so much love and amazing energy through these crazy times. And may it be a peaceful and light day for you tomorrow. Love you. Bye.